It's the Andy and Dave Daily. It's Andy O'Reilly and Dave Cackley, and together we form this amazing duo that just can't be stopped as far as credible news, real news, and honest opinion when it comes to news delivery and honest opinions and things like that. And it's Monday.
What are you gonna do? I'm actually, dude. I'm still recovering from Pirate Weekend.
Weekend.
I had a buddy of mine that turned 50.
Oh boy.
A surprise party that I get the feeling he knew about because he kept dropping hints the past week that he kind of knew. But his lovely wife, Wendy, decided to throw him a surprise party in Traverse City. We jumped aboard this.
Traverse City?
Everybody went to Traverse. We had like about 15 people. We didn't all go together. Oh. I drove up separately, but it was under. We took over Traverse City as pirates. We basically we pillaged the community. Not pillaged. There was a lot of rabble rousing though. A lot of drinks. Started at about 2:30 in the afternoon. Went on this catamaran.
Yeah.
Out on the lake. It was beautiful. Drinks were had. We had dinner, and then it was basically a 2-bar pub crawl in the same general block, and it was so much fun. It was crazy. It was insane. It was like 12 or 13 hours nonstop.
Oh, my God.
I was a grown up. I moderated my drinking, and ate a lot, but God, it was so much fun. It was a blast. I'm trying
to gauge the annoyance
details are
factor
sketchy.
that you and your pirate friends would generate over.
Oh, everybody loved it.
No,
they loved it. Oh, I'm telling you,
I guarantee
it was.
Not everybody loved it.
Yes, everybody loved it, and they didn't have a choice.
Yeah,
because, I said, we took over
it down their throats.
Yeah.
Were you like going "arr" the whole time?
See, I did not. I did have an eye patch and a nice little pirate vest thing.
Did you?
And then I just enjoyed my beverage. And then a second, and then a third. Had some high shelf, top shelf tequila.
Oh.
It was aboard the ship, and it was
God.
It was good.
Rum, but that's okay.
I'm not your typical pirate. I'm not your cliched pirate.
Oh, I see. All right.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. If someone were to contact me, and let's say it was your party, and they said, "Look, we're going to go to Traverse City. We're going to have a pirate-themed birthday party, surprise party for Dave. Would you like to come? Everybody's going to dress up as pirates, and we're all going to go around and having a great time and blah blah." Blah. If they contacted me and said that was going to happen, I would ask them if they got dropped on their head. There is no way in hell, as a grown-up, I would go around town dressed up like a pirate, acting like a buffoon. No.
It was fun.
It's not
you
fun.
Gotta
That's annoying. Dude,
no,
people
like
that.
That doesn't happen every weekend. It's not like you do this every weekend or every month. It's if you were to do a pirate theme once a year, that would be cool.
No.
That would be fine. It was fun.
I'm telling you, it's not that cool.
It was, like I said, it's parts of it. I've got a buddy of mine who I was impressed with. I was very impressed. This guy, late 40s, Tacoma 23-year-old. I was like, I don't know how this happened. I don't know. I'm not naming any names. I won't drop any names, but I was stunned.
Yeah?
Yeah, this guy had been in a bit of a dry spell and hit a hot streak and he beat that. That was the equivalent of just beating the house in blackjack. Just beat the crap out of the house
in
blackjack.
Is this guy's name Dave?
No, it was not me. It was not me. I had an incident with oh God, I can occasionally attract insanity, and I did. I still can't remember what her name was, but she flipped out. I was trying to put her into a cab. She goes running down the street.
Oh yeah,
allegedly,
that sounds like my kind of weekend.
Allegedly, ended up jumping into the lake at some point. I don't, But yeah, there was almost a cat fight. There was almost a cat fight. It was.
Yeah.
That's what happens. You get a bunch of people dressed as pirates, then a couple of them, one of them gets a little out of hand. That's the one thing. That's the one possible negative in the whole pirate-themed of festivities.
Well,
somebody gets out of hand and goes crazy, and then you got it.
Sorry I missed it. Well,
it was fun though.
Yeah.
All right.
Call me next year so I can come up with something else to do.
I will mark it down.
Yeah, please do.
All right.
What are we doing? News?
Let's do it. North Korea vowed Monday to strike the U.S. with, quote, thousand-fold revenge after the United Nations imposed new sanctions in response to the rogue nation's ballistic missile launches. Sanctions include a ban on coal and other exports worth more than $1 billion. That's a third of North Korea's total exports. The UN voted 15-0 to approve the new sanctions.
Wow.
So more of that. Yeah, we're not going to actually do anything, but we're going to say we're going to do something.
Right.
I'm less worried about North Korea now. A marijuana company has purchased an entire town in California. American Green Incorporated purchased the 120-acre town of Nipton for $5 million. The company, which is a marijuana-focused technology and growing firm, plans to make Nipton the country's first energy-independent, cannabis-friendly hospitality destination.
Wow.
Nipton has a population of less than 2 dozen. There's like 20 people in this town, and hey, good for them. They can get that going. They get some. I mean, it's a nice area of the country. You get. You're not going to have. It's weed. It's a big weed party. It'll be like a hacky sack athlete's paradise.
Great place for disc golf.
Yeah, there you go. Disc golf and hacky sack.
That's right, man.
That's all you need.
You know what? It's going to be. I think it's going to be on the 2018 ballot.
Yeah.
I honestly think that people ought to start probably getting their minds wrapped around it. I honestly
most
think
people, I think, have.
I think that the idea that the police are actually out still trying to there's bigger crimes to worry about. There's more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just.
Resistance is futile at this point. To this.
It's time to quit beating this dead horse. It really
Absolutely.
is. But on the other hand, I'm going to go ahead and say that if you're caught driving under the influence, you got the same problem that you do DUI. You know?
Absolutely.
Hey, impaired driving is impaired driving.
That's the one that they do. They're going to have to figure out a way to test for that. But and we're getting a little ahead of ourselves because we don't know that it's even on the ballot. It probably will be.
Yep.
And we shall see. According to police in Sparta, a man reportedly attempted to lure a little girl into his van, causing increased concern in the community. The young girl was apparently asked if she wanted to get in and go see some puppies. There have been no reports of any children being abducted, but police are asking parents to make sure children are aware of their surroundings. That is creepy.
Creepy. And Grand Haven had an incident over the weekend, too.
Say that again?
Grand Haven had an incident over the weekend, too.
Yeah, it's...
girl of about 14 got kind of groped, and I guess they tried to get away. Yeah. Sick. In Sparta, too, that's the last place you want to be screwing around trying to abduct
imagine if somebody would have overheard that. Like, let's say this guy didn't know, like says this to this girl, and somebody overhears it.
Oh, yeah.
I think it should be legal. Like, if you overhear that, if you overhear a man asking a little girl if she wants to go into a van and see some puppies, you should legally be able to take him out of the van and beat the shit out of him with no repercussions.
Could you clean up the talk?
Absolutely.
You and your foul mouth. Really? I mean, come on.
Seriously, come on. No, I'm serious.
Dude.
You should be able to do this.
And it's just that to think that this stuff goes on, and especially in a community as small as Sparta. I mean, bad.
Crazy. City of Muskegon Heights is attempting to upgrade the shoreline at Mona Lake Park. An overgrown shoreline has essentially made the only waterfront in the city inaccessible to visitors. A campaign to restore the shore at Mona Lake Park is attempting to raise $10,000 for the project. The deadline is Friday.
Whoa.
So you get on the stick.
Somebody comes through and finds a way to clean it up. Very nice.
And usually I only do 4 stories, but there was a very, very special announcement made last night. Huge announcement. Mr. Andy O'Reilly, your Democratic candidate for the 91st District, representing Muskegon and the surrounding areas. You are running.
I'm running.
You are running. No. What was the reasoning? What made you decide to do this? What's the plan? Are you going to keep that under wraps?
It all started late last fall. I had a couple of guys come up and say, "Hey, have you ever thought about taking a run for a state rep seat?" And we're working at a Lumberjacks game. I was working at a Lumberjacks game, and I was kind of like, "Huh?" I mean, no, I had never really thought of that, to be honest with you. And as time went on, they explained a few things, and they told me about the process, and they told me about, the impact, and it's not like this isn't just a quick flip the switch decision, and hey, what can I? It's really not. How do I want to put this? I go around and I do Positively Muskegon, and we do the Muskegon channel like we're doing here and all this other kind of stuff. And the one thing that the resounding thing that I'm always trying to explain to people is that they're doing something good. And I'm showing other people that people are doing something good. And the undercurrent of the whole thing is that normal people do remarkable things. And it's up to all of us to build ourselves up and show those things off, and that's how you build community, and that's how you strengthen the work and the team and the connectiveness and all that stuff. If we all know what we're doing and we all feel a little bit of credit for our piece of the pie, if it's something big, great. If it's something small, that's important too. And if we connect all those things, that's what brings a community together. And that's what I've learned over the last, couple of years doing what I've been doing. And you see these people doing these exceptional things, and then you always challenge them to do more. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You always say, all right, well, what's next? And if this opportunity was presented to me, we'd like you to try this. We think you'd do good at this. And if I didn't take this chance, and if I didn't practice what I preach, I'd be a phony. You know what I mean? I'd be the false prophet going around town, generating all this goodwill, and talking about this and talking about that. But you got to put your money where your mouth is at some point. And if you don't take that chance when it's presented, and again, none of this ever started with the intention that someday I was going to run for an office in Lansing. Never planned on it. You know what? It was just an idea that was like, hey, let's start showing people in a better light in Muskegon. Let's start showing Muskegon in a better light and get people talking in a different direction. Didn't think it would lead to this, but here it is. And if I don't back up everything I've been talking about for the last couple of years, I lose credit, I think, in my mind. So that's where it stands. And, again, it comes down to a practice what you preach type thing. And I got to take the chance. And I can't pass it up and then wonder if, what if after the fact.
So are you gonna get one of those Goldie Wilson vans from Back to the Future?
I don't know.
Andy O'Reilly. Andy's Progress is his middle name.
Those from Back to the Future.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I made the announcement the way I wanted to on Facebook. I wanted to tell that audience because that's a pretty loyal bunch of people that follow me on Facebook. So I wanted to tell them my way. And, from here on out, it's going to be a matter of meeting people. It's going to be a matter of listening. It's going to be a matter of learning. It's going to be a matter of sharing what I think and what I believe should be the next phase for Muskegon. And it's going to be a matter of telling the people of this area that they count and that they matter and what they do makes a difference. And how can we help them succeed? How do we get better education in here for the kids to attract better industry, to keep them here? How do we retain these young people that want to stay and put down roots in Muskegon? How do we get jobs here that pay more than $10 an hour? How do we maximize how do we grow where we can, and how do we protect what we've got?
That's a really good.
These are the things. These are the things that I have to learn over the next year. And these are the things that I intend to take to Lansing if they pick me. And, at the beginning of your last story here, you said that I'm the candidate. Well, there's going to be others. And like I said in that announcement thing yesterday, I wish them the best. And I hope that they've all given the same amount of thought to this. I hope that they all value the people of Muskegon and the surrounding areas that I do. I hope they understand the outlying communities like Ravenna and, that whole farming agriculture arm that's out there in the 91st District, and then all of our shore communities. I hope that they've all put in the thought and the dedication and everything else that I have, because I'm serious about this, and it's time for the next step.
All right. Well, it's a little early for me to be making endorsements. I got to look at all the candidates. You're pretty sure.
Do you want your phone paid for next month?
Oh! See, you're already ready to be a politician. You're already strong arming. All right, you're ready for this. Okay, you're endorsed. There you go. You got it.
And endorsements will come, and I hope they do. And like I said in the announcement thing too. I had to announce this thing early because there ain't a whole lot of money to get out there and start running a campaign for a district this big. So there's going to have to be some fundraisers and people more intelligent around me helping me along the way, and I'm very humbled and I'm very grateful. So I'm excited, and it's going to be a grueling year. But come this time next year, there'll be a primary, and we'll see.
All right, can't wait for it.
We shall see.
Should be exciting. Sports. Tigers get crushed by Baltimore 12-3.
Yeah,
Cubs lose. Nats beat up on the Cubbies 9-4. And former Bear quarterback Jay Cutler, coming out of retirement after like 4 months, to sign a 1-year, $10 million contract with the Miami Dolphins. That's
a contract for the Dolphins for $10 million for a year.
Probably could just end up holding a clipboard anyway. So, anyway,
have yourself a great Monday, Dave.
See ya.